So how do you get this done? I'm going to give you one simple secret. See, when I was first coming up as a horseman, I trained under 2 Hall of Fame horsemen. And the first guy I worked with, he was a bit of a jerk, honestly. He did well with horses. He could communicate with horses, but he didn't do well in human relationships. And he caught me in a box stall, and he was kind of angry because he didn't like the way I was doing things. And he showed me this one simple technique. And this simple key to communicating with a horse is this: make the wrong thing difficult and the right thing easy. What? Yeah, make the wrong thing difficult and the right thing easy. See, when you get a horse that's all muscle and all will, and he is just, or she is just coming into her own and starting to submit, and you're starting to learn to communicate, it's as simple as this, where you take the rope or the rein. This could be a lead rope, or it could be the reins of the bridle, and you simply pull on it gently until they tip their head, or they take a step in the direction that you want them to go, or they bend their spine in the direction you want them to go. And as soon as they do, just as soon as they do that little bit of submissive, you let the rein drop in your hand. Look how loose I'm holding this in my hand. Now, I know I don't have a horse here. Now, some of you want to go, the wrong thing difficult. Well, the wrong thing difficult is pull. Problem with that is this animal is always going to outpull you. It's always going to be stronger than you. It always has a bigger will than you. It always is healthier than you. But the right thing easy and the wrong thing difficult, just simply teaching the horse, I'm going to pull, and when he steps my way, or when he tips his head my way, or he bends his spine my way, I drop. Drop. It's just like that. Now imagine if you're working with your team in the same way, that you make the wrong things difficult and the right things easy. You show them, look, this is the direction we want them to go. Now, I don't mean with some kind of draconian punishment. I mean just simply showing them, this is what we want them to do. This is how we want our customers to act. This is how we want our customer service people to respond. And when they don't, you just keep applying pressure until they do. And when they do, you let the pressure off. If you took this one skill today and you took it home with you and you used it with your team, you used it with your customers, you used it with that angry person on the phone with you, it'll blow your mind how people respond. You won't believe how much of a difference it'll make. If you take this home to your children, you don't have to scream at your children. Just apply the pressure that you want them to go, and then let it go when they turn and go the direction you ask. Wives, I know what you're thinking. Hey, now I got a new technique to talk to my husband and get him to do the things I want. Yeah, that's right. It's just that simple. I notice when my wife wants me to do something, what she'll do is she'll say, can you help me with this? Would you mind coming in and helping me with this? And then when I do it, she thanks me profusely, kind of over the top. Thank you so much for helping me make dinner tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm kind of looking at her going, what's the big deal? She's making the wrong thing difficult and the right thing easy. See, if you take a horse and you try to beat him into submission, they will win every time. If you try to force them to do things, and I'll tell you, some guys who call themselves horsemen will actually become draconian in the way they do things. They do every kind of crazy thing you can imagine, but what they have is not a willing subject, but a tortured victim. Do you want tortured victims as customers, as team members, as board members or stockholders?